is going to be one of those short, unpopular takes, or maybe not an unpopular take, but a thing that people don't really care about. But I just want to say, let's give these house guests some grace. No, I have never been a house guest on Big Brother. I've never been on any of these shows. So all of this is from an outside perspective. However, I've spoken to psychologists who work on the sets of these things, and I've spoken to several people who have been on several of these produced shows. And based on the feedback I've gotten from all parties involved, it's not easy. And you could just imagine that it's not easy. Your every waking moment is taped on camera. You have these relationships that you form where you constantly have to question to yourself, is this real or is this game? And yes, Chelsea is the one who's making me think of this, and the feedback and the commentary on Chelsea. So I think anybody who gets into any showman's type of thing on a show where you are both competing for $750,000, you're going to feel a little bit insecure. And then if you have conversations about your feelings for one another and the possibility for you to pursue something outside of the show, and then you have somebody actually in the house with you, that person is now, canoodling with somebody else. Marshall, hi Marshall, and hi Tasha. That person is cuddling up and flirting or doing whatever they're doing with somebody else that's actually in the house. So you're thinking to yourself, at first, you're thinking to yourself, okay, this might be nothing. It's not really a serious thing. But then you're like, wait, was everything that we talked about part of the game? Was this person just saying these things to me for a game? And I can understand how that could make somebody paranoid. Now, think about what just happened with this janky twist. You're already in this house with all these different people where you barely get any privacy to begin with. Then you put them all in one space in that backyard. Now you literally don't have one iota of privacy. Even if you're having a private conversation, everybody is aware that you're having that conversation. So they can see it, they can possibly hear it. It's awkward. The ability to get away and think for yourself and have space is underrated. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Cass. Because, for an example, when I'm at home, I get along great with a lot of my family when I'm in my home and they're in their home. We get together for like a Thanksgiving or a Christmas or some holiday, and we're all gathering and we're all in one space. At first, it's like, hey, nice to see you. It's been so long. I'm so glad to be able to catch up. And then after a while, you're like, now I remember why I didn't like living with you. Like I've gotten enough. So imagine being stuck in that type of space for 90 days. And then taking this little space that you already did have and condensing it into a backyard. Now everything that happens is magnified. Matter of fact, who was it who I was just talking to this about? I was speaking with Hannah, but it was a couple of other people. It might have been Matt, BB, and possibly Tucker. And they were saying the things that you don't think are serious when you're sitting at home watching the feeds feel 1,000 times more serious within the house. And then just think of the fact that you have some kind of I'm gonna call it like a big brother fatigue. I don't know what else to call it. Like a big brother fatigue, like a fatigue of living on this set and having lights and cameras on you all the time, not being able to get away from people who annoy you. Like that's the reason why. That's a big part of the reason why when people are like sign up for Big Brother, I'm like, nah. I'd rather sign up for a colonoscopy. Hi Ed. House guests are all over and she not get her piece. Yeah. I think they have not selected. They haven't done the veto ceremony. So I'll probably hop on here again after the veto ceremony is complete. But I've got a little bit, not too much. I found it was kind of comical though at the beginning of the day when Mackenzie and Cam conversation. First of all, that was the most not energetic. That was the most animated. Listen, I have to spend all day talking to doctors and talking to nurse practitioners. Like my brain is fried by the time I get out of work. Can't think of basic words. That was the most animated that I have seen Cam in when he was complaining about Chelsea. I'm like my guy's animated, and even that is like his animated is like a 4 out of 10. It's kind of whiny to be honest with you. It's kind of whining to me. Didn't do anything wrong. I don't even know what she's mad about. Like MJ can play the card of I don't know what's going on, even though I don't believe that. But he can't because she spoke to him about it before. T-Core spoke to him about it. He's not 12. And yeah, she's in her feelings. I'm not trying to say she's not in her feelings. She's definitely in her feelings, but I don't consider being in your feelings as being toxic. That's wild for me. Imagine not being able to get away from you. Like it's in your face all the time. And the behavior isn't changing. Like I said this a couple lives ago though. I said a couple of lives ago, I was like, they need to either define what this is, not as in define the relationship. That term has stuck in my head from Jersey Shore. You're gonna DTR? Y'all gonna DTR? But I just mean you gotta define. Okay, we're going to pursue something, so we agree for there to be a certain level of respect going on here, or we're just going to do our own thing in the house and just be strictly game only. Which again, even that is hard to do because gameplay is gameplay. You're a human. You're not a robot that just goes in there. Even Xavier wasn't a robot, even though there's no proof of that. But the way that Xavier went through that house is something I'd never seen before. The only thing that made his blood, he got mad in there a little bit, but aside from the Kyland incident, he was just, they call me Mellow Yellow. I'm only going to be on here for another couple of minutes, then I have physical therapy, then I don't know, we'll see from there. I took a nap earlier, so it's possible to do a late live. Uh, Hi Mary, Chelsea, Ticor, and Hemo would keep what? Chelsea? Am I missing something? Chelsea, Cam, and Chemo. Why would Cam keep Ticor? Oh, you mean if none of them were